Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Chuke, is that you? No! F***ing Chuke!
Greetings, interwebs. Chuke here with Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Wanted to do a 357 Magnum video, and the reason why I wanted to do it is Long Windy Road sent me an article. Check out his channel, by the way, Long Windy Road. He sent me an article just a few days ago. It happened last week where I believe it was in Florida. There was a 66-year-old man. An intruder broke into his house, and it was some punk with a 9mm with extendos. So he was probably, had it like this. But anyways, he probably had, 30 plus rounds in his gun, and the older guy killed him with one shot with his 357 Magnum. And I'm assuming it's a revolver because, he could have been a Coonan or something, but obviously Universal 357 Magnum is shot out revolvers. So I think it's still a viable defense option, especially when you've got something like this with 7 shots. Now, this is my 686-6. It is safe. And I love this gun. It's going to have some ivory grips pretty soon, so you're going to see a lot more of this revolver. But I like it because it's old enough that it doesn't say plus or deluxe, but it's still got the 7 shots. It's got the good lockup, but it's not one of the new ones. So it's in that in-between stage. I have sheared this hammer off, which is a shame, but with a carry gun, obviously, I'm not going to have a hammer sticking up there. But I challenge you to find a better revolver trigger than an older 686 like this. Look at this trigger. Smooth as butter. It doesn't even feel like double action. It's just amazing. And that's one reason why I don't mind that being sheared off. But just a beautiful revolver. 7 shots. Now, Chuck and I have done multiple videos, 10mm versus 357 Magnum for Alaska bear defense. I was really shocked that 10mm usually wins in the power and the velocity and the chronograph test we did. But even Chuck begrudgingly admits that if you're a hand loader and you load hard cast for a 357 Magnum, you should get more power than a 10mm, because with the lead, it warms up a little and you can push it a little faster. You're getting a little more velocity than the copper bullets, and it can take more of a hot load because it's in a revolver and not a semi-auto. So, it's close to a 10mm on the test we've done. 10mm has been proven to take out bears if you have to use it as that. So with 7 shots, sorry, plane going by. Every time, Chuke.
Every time.
Never fails. Drives Chuck crazy. So with the 7 shot capacity, and if you practice with speed loaders, you can actually almost get to being as fast as unloading a mag. Obviously, you're not going to get that fast if you're practice, but you'd be surprised to see some of these guys, how fast they do reloads in a revolver with speed loaders. So I'm just going to show you some shooting. We've got this American Eagle Federal, whatever, jacketed soft point, 158 grain. But in the beginning of the pandemic, when 9mm was selling out, I made a point to just, every time I went to the store, buy a box of 357 Magnum, and I was able to really stock up. So I'm really happy about that. So 7 shots is just amazing. They do make some 8-shot Smith & Wesson models, but we're also going to test this after this. This is a 100 grain Extreme Defender, 1,200 feet per second. Oh, wait, idiot. That's the 38 Special. I've got something even better. That's the wrong one, which I can shoot the 38 Special Plus P. And that's another thing. If you want a decent defensive round that's not going to recoil much out of your 357 Magnum revolver, a lot of guys will put 38 Plus P in their 357 Magnum just so they're not having any recoil, and it's really good defensive ammo. So here we go. Now we're talking Extreme Hunter. I got this at Arctic Ammo and Reloading. 1,700 feet per second, 120 grain. That's just crazy. So we're going to do a penetration test with this, but first I'm just going to take a couple shots with the 686. Let's see how I do here. I will say with this 3-inch barrel, this thing is so comfortable for carry. I have a just in case inside the waistband holster. It's in storage right now. I've been using a sticky holster, and man, this thing is comfortable. And once it gets cold again, I'm just going to start carrying this. It's so nice to have the reliability of a revolver. You can push it right up against something. There's a lot of advantages to a revolver. And with this trigger, you got to try this trigger. If you have not felt an older 686 trigger, there's nothing like it. So there's a lot to be said for carrying a revolver, especially a 3-inch 686. So, all right, let's see how I do here. Seven shots. All right. I didn't shoot too low this time, a little bit, but anyways, we won't talk about that. But yeah, amazing revolver. Let's go ahead and do a penetration test with those Extreme Hunters and see what we get on that. But I have to say, even though I've got Gucci Glocks and HKs, this is literally my favorite handgun pistol I own. It's just beautiful, just classic, tough as nails. Elegant Smith & Wesson, hard to beat a 686. All right, let's do a penetration test. Seven shots. All right, let's try this again. See if I can get a better shot. All right, looks like I got it. Both bottles that time. So let's see if we can recover this bullet, shall we? All right, shattered both bottles. Pretty explosive damage there. That bottle's toast. And then, turn that off. Looks like it went right in there. I wonder if it went all the way through. No, it didn't go through, so there should be a 357 bullet in here, Extreme Hunter. All right, so I figured out why we didn't find it. It did go out the back, kind of the same area as some of the other tests we were doing. So it went out the back, went somewhere there. So really good penetration, really good power. Extreme Hunter, tore open the bottles, went through the topsoil. I think I might carry it if I didn't have like my 454 on me or something. Other people have carried 357 Magnum in Alaska for bears. It's not suggested. Anything below 44 Magnum for revolvers is usually what I say. But if that's all you got, it's better than a pointy stick. And like I said, it's the same power roughly as a 10 millimeter. So if you've got 7 shots out of a reliable revolver, you're not doing too bad. I mean, it's something. It's definitely better than like a 45 ACP or something. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh no, I get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10 millimeter. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you almost die every time.